Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. It's our pleasure to welcome you to our NORTHSTAR new members introduction. My name is Don.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna, and we will be your hosts for today's program. This virtual event is designed to get to know our NORTHSTAR new members and also gives you the opportunity to introduce your company to our growing community. NORTHSTAR was established with the goal of creating a community for our fellow FCL forwarders who have a shared interest in FCL forwarding.
Aside from being the first network of FCL forwarders worldwide, NORTHSTAR also leads in profiling agents with shipping line contracts, which will ensure that forwarders get a more competitive deal and rates that are better than those without a contract with shipping lines. Today's program will last about 40 minutes or so, and we'll be hosting the community open mic for the next few minutes, where we'll get the chance to meet some of the companies that are attending here today. So please turn on your cameras for this segment. I'll go through the gallery to call some names. When I do, please say your name, unmute yourself, give us a short introduction about yourself, where you're from, which company you represent, and overall just how you're doing today. So let's take a look around and see who we can call on. How about we start with 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗥. I really hope I didn't butcher your name.
Yeah, you said it right. It's
Oh,
it's easier if you say George.
okay, George.
My name is George. I'm from Georgia. I represent 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗥 Logistics. We are one of the leading company in Georgia, and not only Georgia, but whole Caucasian region. Yeah, it's the Republic of Georgia, not the USA state. So we represented in Georgia with our own fleet and our own customs bonded terminals in 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗥, here, the major port here, and as well as in Tbilisi, the capital city of Georgia. And besides, we have several outside offices, branches, which are in Turkey, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and part of them are in UAE as well. So our purpose and work load is working on the CIS countries mainly, and of course for the container all around the world. Yeah, again, thank you guys for taking the time with me, and yeah, it's nice to meet you again.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today and letting us know a little bit about your company. Joanna, why don't you get to our next delegate today?
All right, next up, let's call on Alexandra Orta. Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Oh, I think you double-clicked that microphone button.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, you are hearing me?
We hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone in here, I'm very good today. My name is Alexandra Orta, like you says. I'm representing 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗥 International Group from Turkey. Is our main office, and where we have all our main services for this service that we offer all around the world. And now our main offices are in Turkey, USA, UK, and now in Argentina that I'm representing. I'm the branch manager of the office in Argentina. And we are really glad to share this space with all of you and start to make a knowledge, better says, knowledge of the people in this space that can share the good knowledge for this business. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And Don, who will we call next?
Sure. Let's call on Mariam Tawakal.
Hello. Beautiful
Hello.
Tuesday. Hi, beautiful Tuesday morning from Cairo. My name is Mariam from Overseas Department, and my colleague is Kadir. And we are Vertex Express, headquartered in Cairo, Egypt. And we're actually one of the leading freight forwarder in Egypt, employing 107 highly qualified staff with 6 offices across Egypt, having branch offices in Dubai, Tunisia, and we also have a warehouse in 𝗙𝗿𝗏𝗏 Free Zone. And we're here today to get to know about your network and have a lovely day. I guess Ms. Hadir would like to say something as well.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you today. And hope we cooperate with you soon. It was nice to meet you today.
Okay.
All right, great. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we hope that we give you guys a good impression and that you could also join us for our annual partnership meeting coming up in Bangkok this year. So looking forward to that. Okay, Joanna, how about our next participant for today?
I will call on Ryan Everton. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. Can't quite hear you. Not sure if there's your microphone is off. It's on. It says it's on, but we can't quite hear anything from your microphone.
Still not able to hear you.
Well, that's okay, Ryan. If we can't get any audio, go ahead and just put your information in the chat box and we'll make sure that everybody gets to share your information there and they can get in touch with you if they need to. All right, let's just go on to perhaps one more participant for today. Let's look around here. How about, is that Sally Lay or Le Sally? Seems to have a very nice beach background going on there. So I'd like to see how she's doing today. How are you doing there, Sally? If you can unmute your microphone.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Sally from 𝗡𝗢𝗥 Logistics in Vietnam. Today I will talk with, I introduce some info of my company. 𝗡𝗢𝗥 is leading in the chain in logistics service provided in Vietnam. We had operated international for this in 2010. We customize our service to offer competitor solution for all the type of problem. We have good relationship with many carriers in Vietnam, so we have some contract with them as SMN, OCL, RCL, EMC. We focus on FCL. Some main zone as India, China, USA, special in intra-Asia. With big volume commodity as rice, work, and special in river container, flatland container, OOG container. That means we get strong support from carrier that who can support me for spy or competitive freight. We undertake to handle everything shipping order to keep in track of detail of each side throughout the processing circle. That ensure all cargo will be timely received and delivery. In short, our service is sea freight, air freight, customs service. We have logistics department with more than 20 years of experience who can take care and do clearance customs smoothly. Door-and-door service, marine insurance. We are agent of Chubb Insurance in Vietnam. On the info, I think you can see 𝗡𝗢𝗥 is the best pet partner you can choose in Vietnam. If you need more information, you can contact me. Thank you for your listening.
All right, thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it for our community open mic. So right now we're going to move right along to the next segment. So for this segment, I'd like you to switch to the side-by-side speaker screen, and this will be our sponsor's introduction. And so for this segment, we're featuring Cargo Line Freight and Logistics, one of our previous in-person event sponsors. So I'll call on Niranjan Venkatesh, Director of Cargo Line Freight and Logistics from the UAE. Niranjan, please introduce your company to our global audience today. Hi, how you doing? Hi, Niranjan, you just need to unmute your microphone. There you go.
Perfect. Don, thank you so much for having me over here. I see Melvin has just signed in. Hi, Melvin. Good to see you. I wanted to ask you, Don, if I can share my screen. I've got just 4 short slides that I would like to show. Is that something that I can do?
No problem. We can have our text take care of that. So can we give him permission? Just give us 1 second.
Okay,
right.
So are you able to see my screen?
Yep, perfect.
Perfect. A warm welcome to everybody. A lot of new members are here. I see some old names. I remember traveling to Azerbaijan, and I was in touch with a gentleman from Rahul Shipping, but I couldn't meet him in Azerbaijan because he was also traveling somewhere else. But I see some familiar names, and of course I've seen Melvin here. It's nice to see you all. So Cargo Line Freight and Logistics, we are from Dubai, UAE. When you think of us as being reliable, dependable, and gritty. And by gritty, I mean we get things done. We've got a team of 70 plus highly competent professionals in the UAE. And we're all focused on one thing, which is delivering on any promise that we make. I have been a big supporter of RW Solutions. In fact, I've been the benefactor of NORTHSTAR's focus in FCL business, because at the peak of COVID, we had 2 lots of containers, 60 and 60 containers from China, which needed to move out for a solar project that we were handling. And none of the partners from any other networks that we are a part of could assist. It was only a NORTHSTAR member who could give us space, because everybody could provide rates, but nobody could provide space. So I'm a big supporter of networks that are focused, with NORTHSTAR's focus being on full container loads. I think that's a unique value that it's putting out for the network members here. So thank you so much for all that we have benefited from NORTHSTAR. Moving very quickly on, like many of you here, we provide the road freight, ocean freight, and air freight basket of services. We run a warehouse out of a place which is very close to Jebel Ali, where we store products which require both temperature control space as well as general cargo. We provide stock count solutions. So if anybody is into inventory audits and stuff like that, we have our own IP, our own software in doing that. We do that, provide that service across the Gulf countries. We are a customs broker. In fact, that's the oldest line of business that we started with, and ministry approvals. So if any of the network partners have a DAP, DDP requirements coming into the UAE, and if the product is a little complicated, like food, chemicals, agricultural products, poultry, these are actually sectors that we cater to, and we can go through the whole gamut of services, right from registering a product to actually getting it cleared on a per shipment basis. We've got a trading entity through which we can provide an importer and an exporter on record service. This is to facilitate the movement of products in and out if you don't have a shipper or a consignee in the UAE to receive or to send products. And as an exhibition logistics service provider, we can create ATA carnets, we can clear shipments coming into the UAE on ATA carnet. After an exhibition, we can store the products. After an exhibition, we can pay duty, finish the customs and VAT obligations, and then allow the products to be distributed to the local market here. So as Dubai serves as a hub for the Middle East, I'd like to say that we connect the GCC to the world. Some of the industries that we cater to are luxury fashion, cosmetics, consumer electronics, fast-moving consumer goods, construction goods, solar and energy. I just want to give a shout out to anybody who's from Africa at this point in time. We've got projects in 3 countries. If at all somebody knows somebody in Chad, 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 and if let's say one of you have an office in Chad, reach out to us. We've got a big project for about 350 containers that are going to be moving into Chad in the next 3 months. So that's something that I wanted to put out there. We are known as a specialist for luxury fashion. We cater to brands such as Fendi, Valentino, Dior, Loro Piana, Zegna. The reason I'm dropping these names is because if any of you here are dealing with fashion or luxury fashion, reach out to us. There might be some synergies. And here's where you can reach out to me. I've given you my WhatsApp number here. And our email address is very easy to remember, network.enquiry@cargolinefl.com. Think UAE, think Cargo Line. Thank you very much. NORTHSTAR.
Right. Great. Thank you very much, Niranjan. What a very good presentation and quite concise to the point. And I like that you're also putting your asks out there. Hopefully someone in Chad will be able to respond to your query there. All right. Now, let's see. What's up next, Joanna?
All right, so now for our next segment, we'll be featuring some of our NORTHSTAR new members that we have invited today. The remaining new members will be featured in our next virtual event, so stay tuned for the next schedule. We have prepared a set of business and personal questions for our new member speakers, so you can get to know them better. But let me start first with the business questions. Number 1, introduce your company and services. And 2, please let us know your specialization, why your company is unique, and how you can help the other members. And 3rd, please let us know what you are looking for in NORTHSTAR. So to start this off, let me call on Ivy Nguyen, Overseas Supervisor of 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗏 from Vietnam. It's your time to introduce your company and services to us.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
My name is Ivy from 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, Vietnam. I'm very delighted to join today's meeting and have opportunity to introduce all of you about our company. Let me introduce briefly about our company, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏. We are a joint venture between Vietnam and Japan. We are established in 2016, and we have a headquarters in Ho Chi Minh City and an office in Hanoi, so that we can handle all shipments between the north and the south of Vietnam, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Currently, we are consist of 60 employees. Actually, we are provide all range of services, including LCL, FCL, air, custom clearance, trucking. We can handle all of kind commodity like general cargo, DG cargo, OOG. But what sets 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 apart is our direct relationship with all shipping lines in Vietnam. Currently, we are proud to be ranked among the top of shipping lines like Jincheng Shipping Vietnam, top 5, SITC Vietnam, top 6, One Highline Vietnam, top 5, and One Line Vietnam, top 50. And actually, currently, 70% of our business is export and 30% is import, and almost are freehand shipment. That's why we need so many agents in foreigner to help us handling our cargo. And we also focusing in import shipment from China, Thailand, and Australia, Brazil, South Korea, and Taiwan. When we join NORTHSTAR, we hope that we can share all information about Vietnam market, like ocean freight, space, our service, and our handling experience about Vietnam market to all of you, so that you can understand more about Vietnam market and you can develop your business here. In return, we do hope that all of our members in this NORTHSTAR, we can share about your markets information, so that it will help us a lot to develop our business in your country. Yeah, I believe that sharing information is very powerful. By exchanging the knowledge, we can create a more connected and useful community. Yeah, thank you so much for your attention. Yeah, I look forward to connecting with all of you and working in the near future. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Ivy, for sharing about your company with us. And who's next? Don?
All right, let's hear it for 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗏, CEO at AADE Translogistic from India. Hi, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, how are you doing?
Hi, Don. I'm doing fine. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. No
All
problem.
right. My first and foremost, hello to all my friends out here whom we already know, and a great welcome to the new ones which are being introduced today. And thanks a lot hosting Don. You've been always, as magnetic as you can always be. Thanks, Joanna. Nice to see you as well. I am not going to say that what we do, because I do what you all do in your respective countries. We are freight forwarders, and we do everything, same. The only thing is, of course, as everybody is having some qualities, so we do also have a unique quality which we have started off in last about 2 years. Apart from the regular freight forwarding business, which is like custom clearance, forwarding, air, ocean, everything, we have started off 3 new products in the last 2 years. The first of the product is that we have specialized ourselves as an aviation handling vertical, which is a new vertical which we have started. So when I say aviation handling, we do just about 3 airlines right now, but we move their engines and consumables. This could be anything. This could be consumables, could be tires, and it could be some beers also for the international flights from Singapore. We do this. And the second new vertical which we are yet establishing, and we have given a time frame for 2 years for that, is pharmaceuticals. We were already doing non-temperature control pharma from last 2 years, but this year and the next year we have targeted to do temperature control pharmas. So we are already doing about we did about 40 shipments last year, and we've done about 100 this year already for non-temperature control. But this month, last month, starting off 1st August, we have got into temperature control as well. And the first country from India where we are exporting is Philippines. I'm sure Don will be happy to know this.
All right.
Yeah. Third, and the most important vertical which we have also targeted is, which makes us a little bit unique, is we have, in collaboration, made our own free trade warehousing zone in India, FTWZ. I'm sure most of us are aware of this term, free trade zones. But in India, this concept is not new, but we are just marketing it a little bit more aggressively, because this concept had been there since 2009, but I believe people were not using it, or in fact even educating their overseas partners and customers for this. And this is a very unique product for all the overseas customers from all your respective regions, those who do not want to open their office in India, but still they want to be closer to the Indian market as an Indian customer. So there is a lot of details on this. We can't complete in this 3 minutes or 4 minutes, but anybody who wants to have more information on this, please feel free to get in touch with me. My details are already there in the network directory for NORTHSTAR, and we are based with our headquarters in New Delhi, with our 7 locations in India. And apart from this, I have already registered, and Don and your team knows that I will be seeing you guys all during next year in the conference. And so far, we are very busy, and we have some next 3 years which are full of business. Our new customers and the base is already lined up. And just last thing, as your take was Niranjan, my friend from Dubai, I will try to introduce you with a guy in Chad who would be interested. In case if he can, I would just be like a facilitator. The rest is up to you. And we do a lot of things with Africa. And next 3 years, we have a big target with Africa. In fact, I was wanting to also come to this Emerge conference this year, but the schedule is clashing up with my US visit, which is almost starting in between your conference. And in these days we cannot change the dates just like that. So I will be missing this Emerge gathering, but yeah, I would see you all next year. And we have some great plans with the few countries in Asia, including Vietnam. I don't have everything on the paper right now, but yeah, we will be in touch. And Niranjan, I will get in touch with you for something related to shipments that we do a lot for Bandar Abbas. We are doing it already, but we are looking for getting it a little bit more streamlined. So we will be in touch. Yeah. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Joanna. And thanks for hosting this once again. And remember, Free Trade Zone is an amazing opportunity for all your customers globally to come closer to a huge Indian market. Indian consumer is big and world knows about it. So they don't have to pay any duties for their goods which are stored here. It's only the basic storage charges. So any further details, I'm always available. My team is already dedicated to this. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Dipankar. It's good to see that the members are always trying to do business with each other. I think that's the spirit of what this is all about. And of course, wonderful company you have there as well. Joanna, who do we have next?
Next, we have Sally Dung, Overseas Business Manager at Compass Logistics from Vietnam.
Yes, Sally, we did hear from you a little bit earlier already, but you can go ahead and say your piece as well once more. Go ahead.
You may need to unmute your mic. At the moment, we are not able to hear you.
Can you hear me?
All right, now we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, NORTHSTAR, to operate in this meeting. We will introduce our company. The first, it's not our company focused on sea freight. In FCL, we have a good relationship with many shipping lines in Vietnam. So we get strong support from carrier. We have some contract with them and focus on some volume commodity as freight work, and special in reefer container, flatstand container, OOG container. We undertake to handle every shipping order to keeping track and detail of each stage throughout our processing circle. This ensures on cargo will be timely receipt and delivery. To become a member of NORTHSTAR, Compass not only want to expand our market and find a new customer in other side, but we also want to find the agent who can support us and our shipment in wing-to-wing partner. And right on the information, we had three offices at key zone in 3 main port in Vietnam: Ho Chi Minh office, Hải Phòng brand, and Da Nang brand. On the information, you can see Compass is your best partner in Vietnam, who can take care of your shipments smoothly. Thank you for your listening. I think it's awesome.
All right, thank you so much, Sally. And next, Dawn, who do we have up next?
Next, let's call on Nelly. Nelly 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗏 or Tan. There you go. Nelly 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, Assistant General Manager of JNC Line from Singapore.
Okay, thanks, Don. Hello, everyone. I'm Nelly from GNC Singapore. I think if you see my name is a bit 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏. I look like Chinese. Okay, originally I'm from Indonesian, but I have changed my citizenship because I stay in Singapore for almost 20 years. So I have been working in GNC almost 19 years. So you can guess what is my age. Okay, let me introduce a bit about GNC. We are not just a normal NVOCC because actually we have quite a number of assets. We have our own equipment like SOC container, SOC ISO tank. We do have also opened our own console to Asia, Europe, I think USA not yet. And we are one of the, I think the only company in Singapore that have a multimodal shipping products. So besides we run our own SOC, we run our own consolidation. We also actually doing a lot of special business product. One of that is we are also doing e-commerce. 1 month our volume is about 60 to 140 footer per month. And currently we also expand our business product. We are doing, because we are doing ISO tank, we're doing our own containers. So some of our customer actually has a demand for flexi bag. So we did supply flexi bag to customer that require non-DG products. And beside that, we have, like I mentioned just now, like I mentioned just now, we are doing console. So that's why we have our own FTZ, either by sea and by air. And we are IATA certified. We do a lot of air freight, especially for project cargo. I myself actually in charge for ISO tank, flexi bag, special DG cargos, and all special cargo like tobacco, liquor, secret. And currently I focus more on the project cargo for military, army, police, CID, especially for Indonesia government. So beside that, I also do a lot of door-to-door delivery. For example, if Indonesia customer, there is no license, we can assist them for this kind of gate to either by hand carry or by air freight or by sea freight. I think that's all. Okay, another one, actually, we are also the multi-country consolidation via the Qinghai, China. So this one is more for the console, meaning beside the transshipment hub in Singapore, we also can do a transshipment hub in Shanghai, China. This facility actually is granted by the China Customs special China merchant. In China, we can do a transshipment without any problems, meaning import, export, transshipment, re-export via this facility, and no worry about like some cargo is being held because there is a lot of flexibility in this transshipment hub. So in case that you need any services, either from Southeast Asia, Singapore, you can look for me because I can speak 4 languages. Yeah, English, Bahasa, Mandarin, and 1 dialect, Hokkien. So I think that's all. Yeah, that's my introduction. Nice to meet you all. Welcome to NORTHSTAR member. Yeah.
Thank you, Nelly. Very impressive. Very, very impressive with all the languages. Okay, Joanna, lastly, who are we hearing from?
All right, so lastly, we have Mudassir Mohammed Azim, Director of Freight World from Saudi Arabia. Do we have Mudassir with us today? Perhaps he has not joined with us today.
All right, we'll give him a second or two. And yeah, I don't think he is in the room as I was looking. So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and move on then to our personal questions for all of our members, for our new members. So in this portion, we just so that everything isn't totally serious business talk, we can also kind of get to know a little bit about each other a little bit more. So, so for our personal questions, we'll start with the first one. How did you start your career in FCL forwarding? So I'll go ahead and let this be a voluntary question for those who want to share, our new members who want to share. So if anybody would like to chime in, how did you get your start in FCL forwarding? Anyone? If we don't get any volunteers, we'll start calling by name. Okay, go ahead, Dipankar.
You know, this is something very interesting, the question. This brings me back to the history. Don't go by color of my white, silver, and salt and pepper hairs, but the very simple answer is my customers pushed me to do FCL because I was primarily an air freight forwarder, primarily an import guy, then an air export guy, and then we just started a little bit into sea import LCL. And this is way back in 2006 and 7 when we started handling LG Electronics for India. And we were doing we were just as an LCL forwarders for them, one of the LCL forwarders, because LG is a big group. And we were one of the guys on the block. And very small. I still remember my first purchase order from them was 4 CBM of cargo. And this 4 CBM, just to cut the long story short, we made it to 120 containers a month. So this is something. Why and how? Because genuinely we innovated. And in this whole process on the journey, I could feel that we are able to make it more profitable for our company that I was working for that time. That time it was not my own company. I was working for a company, and I was in charge for business development and sales. And this LCL product, we made it like an LCL, FCL, a buyer console, which we used to call even today. And that buyer console became interested into full FCL loads. So this is how it was pure requirement of a customer, which turned, I mean, initially, of course, I was disappointed because I lost on my air import volumes into ocean freight. But then eventually I saw that we started making more money on an FCL, LCL console box as compared to a pure air freight shipment. And it so happened that this 4 CBM became 40 CBM, and that 40 CBM became 400 CBM, so on and so forth. And we were doing about 120 boxes every month, which was quite a decent volume those days also, and even today also. So, and I'm very proud to say that we are still working with this customer since 20 years now, almost 20 years. And, but yeah, we just do very few sector and selective FCLs now, directly from Seoul and a few from China. But the profitability and the need of the hour was the one which brought me out of my comfort zone, and we got into an FCL. And that was also one of my main reasons to more innovate it by seeing a dedicated network like yours as a NORTHSTAR FCL network. I mean, of course, we work with many members out here. We do air freight also, we do LCLs also with them. It's not like only we are doing FCLs, but yeah, primarily that was one of the objectives. So yeah, that's how I became an air import and air export forwarder to an FCL forwarder.
All right, great. Thank you for sharing that story. All right, does anybody else from our panel of new members, would you like to tell us how you got your start in FCL forwarding? Just go ahead and unmute your microphone and just chime in if you'd like. Nelly or Sally or Ivy, any of you?
Maybe I can speak.
Okay, sure.
How do I start? Actually, it's quite unique. My background is chemical engineering.
Oh, wow.
I also don't know how I landed in so I start with manufacturing as a customer service. I think I can speak because of the multi-language, they put me in that positions. And during that time, I stay in one of small island in part of Indonesia called as a Batam Island. So then I see Singapore is a big opportunity for me to grow. So I jump and I moved to Singapore country. So and I find it is really interesting because logistics is something that you always solve a problems, a lot of challenge, especially when you face so many people give you a pressure. And for me, it's some kind of interesting because it makes you alive and keep thinking. So, and I'm a person that like to learn, so I like to learn non-stop, which actually I can find it in logistics, especially when the customer throw me a very difficult logistic solution, logistic technique or solutions. For example, how to solve this issue, as sometimes they will ask a question actually out of logistics, maybe about the custom issue, about their products. We need to know well about their products. So this is how actually I try to swim inside the problems and try to solve it. So what is advice for someone that start to carry out? Yeah. So if you like a challenge, you want to your life if have quite a lot of rainbow multi-color problems, then this is your line. If you don't, I think you know what I mean. 24/7. This is your part of logistics. Yeah. So about the hobbies, I think the hobbies I like to listen music either in toilet or even in workplace or when I work or something. That one is for me is to re-stress. Beside for physical hobbies, I think I like sports. And for this, I can run a marathon for 50K. I think ultra marathon 50K. So
Wow. Wow.
My next aim is of course if triathlon is the best. Yeah.
That's
So that is
impressive.
my hobbies. I will train myself for cycling and running. Yeah.
Wow, I can't even like go around the block without getting a sore knee. But that's very impressive. That's great. Well, thanks for running down all the personal questions there, Nelly. So that's great. If anybody wants to answer any of these categories as well, what are your hobbies in your free time, or also any advice that you'd like to give? Maybe we can hear from one of our other participants at least before we move on to our next part of the program. How about Sally? What do you do for your free time? Perhaps having maybe a pina colada on the beach, perhaps.
Yeah. In free time, every morning, I usually running around the park to do exercise for fresh air. After that, I will visit supermarkets and buy some food, prepare breakfast to our family. I usually like cooking in my free time.
What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite dish that you cook?
Sorry, can you?
Yeah, what's your favorite dish that you prepare? What's your favorite food that you cook?
Yeah, I can prepare some salads or some fast food. Yeah. Sometimes I watching television and play some game with my children. This is some my hobbies and in my free time.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that, Sally. Let's see. Is there anybody else who'd like to chime in? Sure, Dipankar.
No, I don't have to say anything. I just have one question because I was just going through my notes. We have a participant from Vietnam. Is it Sally or Ivy, who are also representing from Compass? Is this the same Compass that we have in US, or it's a different Compass company?
Ivy, could you unmute?
I believe Compass would be Sally, right? Sally from Compass.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, it's Sally.
Sally, is this the Compass Logistics, the same which we have in US by Mr. Blake Fleming? Or it's a different Compass company?
New Compass company.
Don, can you help me to?
Yeah, I think it might be because from what I have here on our notes, Compass Logistics is from Vietnam, at least the one that's joining us. Do you have a US office, Sally?
Sorry, I don't have office in USA.
Okay.
Compass is local company only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I got it. No, because the name, the logo, and even the logo was quite similar. That's the reason. And yeah, okay, thanks.
All right, I see. Okay. Let's see here. I have how about Ivy? Ivy, would you like to answer one of these questions? I think you're one of the panelists that we have not answered anything about the personal questions. Just, only what you're willing to share, Ivy.
Okay. Actually, the reason why I started the career in freight forwarding is because I learned this field in university. And after graduating, I did internship in current company, and I have been working here ever since. So this is my first love, my first company until now.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm very lucky to have a boss and have the partner in this company. They promote me a lot. So at the beginning, I only started support for sales manager, but up to now, I work directly with all shipping line in Vietnam, or airline in Vietnam, and all overseas agents. That's why this company give me a very good opportunity to do a promotion. And at the beginning, our company focusing in Japan market only because, as I mentioned before, our company is a joint venture company with Vietnam and Japan. And our mother company in Japan have a very big worldwide network in the world, so that we can work with many good agents all over the world. And currently, we are focusing in NORTHSTAR network. And about my hobbies, I think learning is one of my strength in my hobby. It's quite rare, right? Because I can learn everything very fast and very efficiently. Currently, I'm learning Japanese as well. English, Japanese, a new skill, new knowledge. Yeah, and sometimes I traveling. I like to travel all over the world to see new people, enjoy new atmosphere, enjoy new the city around. Yeah, that's all.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's great, Ivy. Learning is definitely a great hobby, and it's really awesome that you're learning lots of languages. Actually, I can't think of another industry where that comes in more handy than this one, where you're traveling around the world and you can communicate in multiple languages. That totally comes in handy in this business.
Yeah, yes.
So great.
Thank you.
Great for doing that, Ivy. All right, and I just checking if we had a hand up earlier. Alexandra, did you have something that you wanted to add or say real quick?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm just want to say, because it's important that everyone can to know that maybe the person who have the least expertise in this field, maybe I am, because I was all my working life just in import and export, like the other side of the freight forwarding world. And I started in this business because owner of the company I'm part with, Mr. Jairus, is Israeli, and the company is from Turkey. like I told you before. And he just trust in myself and trust in the capabilities I have, and not just for the field, because how I told you before, I don't have too much expertise in this, but I'm the real trustable person, and this company has the main street is related to the trustable, the trust that we offer to people, and the people can take in us. For me, this is the best street that the all companies that have to take, because now is very difficult, can't trust in everyone with the um, the people have lost a little bit the friendly, for do too many things in this world. I don't know why, but it's important that this, okay, is a business. We are all of here for make business, but we have to take attention to that we work with people. And this is important, that we can know each other, and have these spaces for know everyone. And the best part I learned about this this field is that we can to know first about what our customers want and what their needs are. And about that, we can get all success in this field. And about my hobbies, I like so much to make sports and take care of myself and my family too. That's all, everyone.
All right, great. Thank you for sharing that, Alexandra. All right, that's going to do it for this segment for our personal questions. So Joanna, why don't you let us know what's next?
All right, it was great to get to know some of you a little bit better. And now we're going to share with you some updates and some reminders about our network. So NORTHSTAR is the Global FCL Forwarders Alliance, connecting quality and specialized FCL forwarders from all over the world. And we'd like to thank everyone for their trust and confidence in our growing community of FCL forwarders. We currently have 65 members in more than 30 countries worldwide. Aside from being the first network of FCL forwarders, NORTHSTAR also leads in profiling agents with shipping line contracts, which will ensure that forwarders get a more competitive deal and rates than those without a contract with shipping lines.
At NORTHSTAR Network, we prioritize a personal approach to business, recognizing that meaningful connections drive successful outcomes. Logistics goes beyond ships, planes, and trucks. It's about the people behind the scenes and the relationships they build. Here's a glimpse into our previous event in Istanbul, Turkey, held in August of 2023, co-located with the Freight Summit and Emerge Freight Alliance. This event brought together over 400 freight forwarders from around the globe, including more than 70 specialized FCL forwarders.
So we would like to take this opportunity to invite you to our next in-person event. NORTHSTAR will host its 3rd annual partnership meeting at the luxurious Anantara Riverside Bangkok Resort in Bangkok, Thailand, from April 8th to the 11th, 2025. This biggest event will be co-located with Combined Logistics Network, CLN, and Magenta Logistics Network, which will be attended by over 400 delegates worldwide. And as a reminder, our exclusive early bird rate is available for the first 150 registrants only. Be sure to secure your conference pass while spots are still available.
Once you become a member of the network, your company will be announced and promoted as part of a global network to all our members and global database of FCL forwarders to further promote business amongst the network. You will then be added to our network agency list, where you can identify the payment habits of our other members.
Thank you very much for your contribution to NORTHSTAR's new member introduction virtual event, Ivy, Dipankar, Sally, Nelly, and Mudassir. and to our featured sponsors as well, including Neerajan. We really appreciate you for making time for us, and we'd like to thank everyone that has attended today's event. We hope you had a great time. Thank you very much for attending.
And for those of you who are already interested in becoming a member now, or if you have any questions, you may drop your email address in the chat box below and our team will get in touch with you. We're also delighted to share with you the after movie during our second annual partnership meeting last year, which was held at the prestigious Hilton Istanbul Bomonti Hotel and Conference Center in Turkey. Kim, please roll that video.
Hey guys, welcome to the second annual conference of the NORTHSTAR FCL Forwarders Alliance. We are here in Istanbul to connect with our community of 80 members from 40 countries worldwide. So we're here to make new friends, to connect with the community, and to explore Istanbul together. So thank you very much for joining us here, and I hope you enjoy this after movie.
From a personal point of view, to make more connections and friends, and obviously once that happens, business usually follows straight after.
I would like our fellow network members from NORTHSTAR to remember us by two things. Number one, that we are a forwarder's forwarder, which means we love our agents. We're here to cater and service our agents. And the other aspect is that we are a fashion-focused company. So we've been around for more than 20 years. So there's a lot of different types of goods that we handle. But in the past 2-3 years, our focus has been on developing the fashion logistics vertical.
Diverse, I think, is the word I'd use. I think there is so many people from so many different cultures with so many different ambitions, and the diversity brings passion, it brings challenges, it brings success, and if you embrace the diversity, then you can make a big success of your company.
Istanbul is amazing. I like the people, and I'm always searching for new places and always discovering. And the weather right now is really good.
It's a very great and historical city, as I know from the history. And thanks to NORTHSTAR to giving us an opportunity to be here.
All right. So once again, everyone, thank you for participating. We've also left you guys a poll. So if you could take a minute to fill it out, it'll be very helpful in helping us with our virtual events in the future. Once again, my name is Don.
And I'm Joanna, so thank you and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.